Welcome to this week's edition of SMT Music News. In this edition we have the Byron Bay Blues Festival, Kelly Rowland, Lenny Kravitz, Marilyn Manson and Rammstein from Echo Awards 2012 in Berlin, Simple Plan, Satriani, Vi and Lukather, Riley, Alicia Seville, Jonny Coffin, Randy Rhodes, Van Halen, Sunset Riot, Abby Sky, Guitar Fail, and more. Lenny Kravitz. All reports from Lenny Kravitz's Cranberries and Wolfmother tour are great. Even though Lenny was apologising for being a little unwell, crowds were amazed at how good his voice was. Riley Alicia Seville. This woman is so talented. Recently returned from being part of the tour of Kanye West. Here's a little bit of the interview we had in the SMT studios, and keep an eye out on SMT for the full interview. We're lucky enough to have in the studio today Riley Alicia Seville. Amazing dancer, actress, aerialist and martial artist, so don't upset this one. What was it like touring with Kanye West?
Absolutely incredible. I just feel really blessed because they had, this time on tour, they had dancers from the Czech Republic, from Slovakia, from the USA. There are only 7 of us from Australia, so really lucky that I got to work with such incredible talent. We got really well looked after on tour, had a lot of fun. The choreographer, Yemi, was brilliant to work with. Not so much ballet, it was kind of more modern and a little bit tribal feeling almost, but definitely being in front of crowds of such magnitude was mind-blowing. Like, having 40,000 people screaming at you is one of the biggest adrenaline rushes you can ever feel.
Shauna O'Donnell. Shauna is flat out in LA this week. She sends her apologies and says she'll have some fresh news next week.
Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my website at www.muinmagazine.net. Also, just to let you guys know, the March issue of Alternative Revolt magazine is out. You can go to www.altrevolt.com and subscribe so you can get your free issues. And for all the metalheads out there, a great place for your news and interviews would be The Gauntlet at www.thegauntlet.com. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, support your local bands and go out and see some shows.
Brandon Ashley in the Dark had a killer gig at the Observatory in Santa Ana last Friday, playing with Orgy. We've got more gigs coming up around LA, so keep an eye on the Dark website for details. Jonny Coffin from Coffin Case in LA. There's so many things going on. Amazing man. Make sure you check out Dassault. Jonny Coffin and Dave Navarra are making a coffin case to house Kurt Cobain's personal guitar in one of the episodes. Make sure you check that out.
Believe me, you're gonna love it.
My friend Jonny Coffin is designing a guitar case for Dave Navarro.
What do you think of collaborating on something?
I would love to do a coffin case.
Marilyn Manson and Rammstein. Thanks to Shocker 999, here's some awesome footage of Marilyn Manson and Rammstein at the Echo 2012 German Music Awards. Echo is one of the biggest awards in the world. It fits seamlessly into the line of Brit Awards and the Grammy, and has awarded since 1992. Check the Echo website for more details. Van Halen. Reports back on the Van Halen live gigs are all good. Check out the net for gig details. Good to see Van Halen back with David Lee Roth. Randy Rhodes. It's been 30 years since Randy Rhodes passed on. Such an incredible story. Rock and Roll Industries have a special feature on Randy Rhodes, and it's definitely worth checking out. Have a few things coming up. Interviews, we've got Hollywood interview with Brandon Ashley from The Dark. Europe interviews, we've got coming up Vicky Lovecat and also Los Bastardos. In Australia, we have an interview coming up with Sunset Riot. Great band recently returned from their US tour.
Girl, I got a fever deep inside my bones. Crystal ball has got me shaking right down to my toes. You could be my lover, my dangerous machine. You could be the one who sucks the life right out of me. Take one look at you, captured with a glance. Molten lava in her skin, and now I'm out to dance. Time has come to choose. Show your hand. I wanna know, I wanna feel. Are you the rollers gonna sink your teeth or heel? I wanna know, I wanna feel. Only you're rattlesnake.
Have an interview coming up with Jeff Martin, the singer of Tea Party. What an awesome band.
It would have been about 15 years ago. I had a beautiful place in old Montreal, and I was, I lived in a 300-year-old place. I had candles lit everywhere. Incense was burning. I was reading my Aleister Crowley books, and I wrote this next song. We wrote this next song, and I think the devil came to Montreal one night. And he might still be here.
I was working with a great band, a Kinger from Sydney the other night, and we were talking about bands that maybe quite don't make the grade, and they put me onto this great video. It's called Guitar Fail. Check it out. Tours and gigs. Kelly Rowland on tour. Check the web for tour dates. Locally, she's at Jupiter's Theatre on April 20. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster. Simple Plan on tour. Again, check the net for details. Locally, June 8 at Southport RSL. June 9 at Eaton Hills Hotel. June 10, Caloundra RSL. Bluesfest, April 5 to 9, Byron Bay, best blues festival in the world. This year, star-studded lineup again from bands like Cold Chisel, The Pogues, Crosby, Stills and Nash, John Fogerty, Ziggy Marley, Mason Rack, John Butler, Donovan, Buddy Guy, Earth, Wind and Fire. The list goes on and on. Sensational festival. If you haven't checked out the Blues Festival before, check it out. G3, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Steve Lukather. Oh my God. Thursday, 5th of April 2012 at the Brisbane Convention Centre in Brisbane, Queensland. Get tickets from Ticketek or phone 132 849. Abby Sky has her album launch on Thursday the 29th of March at the Gold Coast Art Centre. Starts at 7:30, tickets are $14. Wish you all the best with it, Abby.
But nothing really matters in the end. The consequence will be This is Abby Sky and you're watching Scarred TV.
Here's some dates from Pushworth Group's touring artists. Got Helm, 31st of March at the Hi-Fi Bar in Brisbane. Oz DJ Nick Skitz, 30th of March at Park Ridge Tavern. Gigahertz, 31st of March. Make sure you check that one out and check the Pushworth's website for more details. Disco Diva, Australia's top female DJ, 31st of March at the Sugarland Tavern. White Pulp, they're at Bar Sinister in Hollywood on April 28. If you haven't checked out White Pulp before, make sure you do. Sonny Lanigan and White Pulp. Brandon Ashley in the Dark. Got plenty of gigs coming up around LA. Keep an eye on their website. One of the gigs coming up is at the Troubadour on April 14 in Hollywood. Thanks for tuning in to SMT Music News. Keep an eye on the channel for interviews and articles and features, and the news is weekly. So don't forget to subscribe and keep tuning in to SMT Music News. See you next week.
Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wish fulfillment?